What is the process that you need to go through as a Cameroonian abroad, or as an investor, or as a high net worth individual here in the country before acquiring a genuine and legit property here in the city of Buea, southwest region of Cameroon? The first thing is called a need analysis. Now, a lot of people going into buying a property without first of all deciding what they need the property for. So when you sit down and you do a need analysis, do you want a property for long-term investment? Do you want a property for buy and build? Do you want a property for commercial purposes? Do you need a property for agricultural purposes? What do you need the property for? Now, when you decide what you need the property for, the next thing is that you look for a genuine and verified real estate company to buy from. And of course, Property Trust Group is always at your service. We've been existing for the past 5 years, and right now we have an estate that is going on a promo price. But before I tell you about the promo that we are currently running, let me finish walking you through the process. So after you identify a genuine real estate company, which you don't even need to identify right now, because my name first of all is Atega Daniel and I'm the lead marketer at Property Trust Group. So we are at your service. The next thing is that you go for site inspection. Make sure you see the property, because there are a lot of properties that private individuals and even some, in quotes, genuine real estate companies claim to sell that don't even exist. The only way that property exists is on paper. So make sure that you see the property before you move to the next stage, which I'm going to review to you in a jiffy. So after you see the property, or if you're a Cameroonian abroad and you cannot see, you send a representative, or you tell the company to do a virtual site inspection. After the site inspection, what do? You now make payment for that property. Now, a lot of people think that after you make payment for a property, it automatically means that you own the property. The answer is no. You don't own a property after making payment. In fact, the most important process, or the most important part in the process of you buying a property, is not when you make payment. It is the next step immediately after you make payment, which is documentation. Now, this is something that is not on the land, but is more important than the land you are even buying. Like you can see this property, it has a very level topography, pillars have been planted, but there's no document on the property, right? But the most important thing that will give you full and complete ownership, that will transfer title, interest and ownership of this property, is the documents. So after you make payment, make sure that the documentation is complete. A receipt of acknowledgement is not a title document of a property. Make sure that if it's a customary land, your deed of assignment or your transfer of ownership is given to you, and your chief attestation. If it's a title, then make sure that the deed of conveyance is available, or maybe you make it the title, you get an extract of the title, and then you get the full transfer of ownership. After the documentation, it is not still the end. You now have what we call allocation. The company brings you on site and tells you that from this pillar to this pillar, this 10 plots, this 20 plots, this acre, this hectare, from year to year belongs to you. That's when you can now say that you now own a property. After that, what do? The last but also very important part is possession. After allocation is possession. Possession means you do something on the property, or you take possession of your property, either by fencing it, by starting something on it. Of course, that's why I started with the need analysis. You will know exactly why you need that property. So by the time you finish purchasing the property, you should know exactly what to do. So always make sure that you have what you need to do with that property before you buy that property. Because if you just buy out of FOMO, out of urgency, out of scarcity, by the time you finish buying, you won't know what to do with the property. And that's how people leave their properties, and grass grows there. By the time they go again for inspection, they cannot even locate their property. Only after you have taken full possession of your property can you now call yourself a landlord or a owner of a property here in Cameroon, especially here in the city of Buea, southwest region of Cameroon. I hope you've been able to learn something from this video. I'll be waiting for your call so that we can lock down 1 or 2 properties, an acre or hectares here for you. See you on the next one.